Certain biographies of people and characters within the Bible can also be seen as parallels, such as the story of Ruth. Ruth 1:3-5. And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her 2 sons. And they took them wives of the women in Moab. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chilion died, also both of them, and the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband. Ruth and Orpah were from Moab, where foreign gods were worshipped, but they followed their Hebrew husbands, even though they were unequally yoked. Then after 10 years the husbands both died. Ruth 1:7-14. Whereof she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law were with her, and they went on the way to return to the land of Judah. And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, Go, return each of you to your mother's house. The Lord Yahweh deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant you that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. And they said unto her, Surely we will return with you unto thy people. And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb, that they may be your husbands? Turn again, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have hope, or if I should have a husband also tonight, and should also bear sons, would you tarry for them till they were grown? Would you stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sakes that the hand of the Lord Yahweh is gone out against me. And they lifted up their voice and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clave unto her. One departed back to Moab and their gods with Naomi's blessing, but Ruth stayed and followed in her footsteps back to Bethlehem, Judah, effectively not returning to pagan gods. And now the famous spiritual marriage vow. Ruth 1:16-18. And Ruth said, Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee, for whither thou goest I will go, and where thou lodgest I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy Yahweh my Yahweh. Where thou diest will I die, and there will I be buried. The Lord Yahweh do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me. When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her. Ruth 2:1-2. And Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth, of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi, Let me now go to the field and glean heads of barley after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, Go, my daughter. Notice that Ruth seeks grace from Boaz, who is also a parallel himself, a parallel that would represent the husband and wife relationship of Yahweh and or Messiah, Yahweh's proxy, and the bride, which is the assembly of believers, or New Jerusalem. So this is our first hint of double parallels interacting to reveal a deeper truth. Could there be other various combinations of multiple parallel layers? Ruth 2:7-13. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and hath continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. Then said Boaz unto Ruth, Hearest thou not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn. And she fell on her face, and bowed herself to the ground, and said unto him, Why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, It hath fully been showed to me, all that thou hast donest unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thine husband. And now thou hast left thy father and thy mother, and the land of thy nativity, and art come into a people which thou knewest not heretofore. The Lord recompense thy work, and a full reward be given thee of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Then she said, Let me find favor in thy sight, my Lord, for that thou hast comforted me, and for that thou hast spoken friendly unto thine handmaid, though I be not like unto one of thine handmaidens. And Ruth, who was a sinner from her nativity, was rewarded for her selfless love, humility, and respect for the ways of the Hebrew, more than a subtle hint that some outsiders or Gentiles would be grafted into the vine. Ruth 2:23. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to glean unto the end of the barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. And Ruth labored selflessly for the entire harvest period, from spring barley through fall wheat. Therefore she effectively did not faint in her dedication to the ways of Yahweh's symbolic chosen. Ruth 3:1-6. Then Naomi her mother-in-law said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast? Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man, until he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me I will do. And she went down unto the floor, and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. Ruth was obedient in her love for her new home, Hebrew brethren, and to Yahweh.